Hey ladies and gents, welcome to Kai's D.I.Ys. Today, I'm going to show you how to make my head. Well, not going to show you how to make my head, I'm going to show you how to make your head. Okay, not your head, but, I'm going to show you how to make that head. You want to do another take? As I was saying on this video, I'm going to show you how to make your very own mannequin head. I bet you might be asking, well, why do I need a mannequin head? Well, those styrofoam ones that you can buy at the store, they're pretty small. Today, I'm going to show you how to make one from scratch as the right size of your head. Before I go into this tutorial, if you'd like to see updates before my videos are uploaded, please consider following my Facebook page. All you have to do is go in the description at the bottom of the video, click the link, hit like, and follow. This is the only place I will talk about my builds, updates, templates, and more. I also have a Patreon page which you could donate as little as $1 a month to support my channel, help me keep making videos, and even get a chance to win a prop made on the show. Supplies you'll need for this project are some tinfoil, duct tape, a Sharpie, scissors and X-Acto knife, a mirror, hey, you guys are looking great by the way, and a sheet of floor mat foam. I've had this left over from my last build. I also recommend you have another person help you out. Now I'm doing this project because the current head that I have is way too small. Okay, that was a little mean. Something I'd like to let you know, if you're going to do this project, you're going to need to do some research if you haven't done the tinfoil and duct tape method before. Now this method may seem pretty self-explanatory, but it is very easy to mess it up if you don't know what you're doing. And with that said, let's build. If you have long hair, like me, make sure you spray down your hair with some water to somewhat flatten the shape of your head. Then take some tinfoil and lightly press it into your face to form it. Then take it off, cut some eye holes and nostril holes for you to see and breathe. Safety tip! Make sure that when you're cutting eye holes that you cut off the extra material so it doesn't poke you. As you can see, I didn't do that. So please be careful. Also, when you're pulling the tinfoil around your face, be sure to not pull too hard, otherwise it's going to rip. That ended up happening to me a few times, and I had to cover some of those holes with more tinfoil. Another thing, blow your nose before trapping yourself in tinfoil. Over time, I was practically drowning in snot. Cover all the areas of the tinfoil with duct tape. Tape around your eyes and nose. You can cover up one eye, but leave the other open so you can still see. Have a friend or family member help you cover the back of your head. Remember to keep some tension on the tinfoil when you're taping it over so you have the exact shape of your head. You might end up making it too big if you don't. After you have your whole head wrapped, make some markings on your face with the marker. Mark the middle of your face from front to back. Mark around your eye and the shape of your nose and under your chin. You don't have to be perfect. Then have your friend cut along the back to get it off you. Once you have it off, tape it back together and draw some darts over the lines. This will give you an idea on how to piece this thing back together when we chop this thing down. Then cut it in half and into pieces that you drew on it. Make sure they mostly lay flat. If it doesn't, you'll have to cut some more darts for it to lay flat. You'll only need one half of your head. Next, lay the pieces down on your sheet of foam and trace them. Be sure to draw the dart lines so you know how to piece it back. By tracing one half of your head on the mat, you can flip the template over to trace it again to make everything symmetrical. Also make sure to mark which sides are left and right. When you have them all marked, cut them out. Foam dulls your blade pretty quickly, so use a sharp blade to get clean cuts. Once all your pieces are cut out, you can use a heat gun and a planishing tool I made out of some wood and a plastic punch ladle to round out some of your pieces. Then use contact cement to glue the pieces back together. You may need to cut or sand some angles along some of the edges to get your pieces to curve. Make sure you get the curves into your brow and your eyes as well as into your cheeks. Number one rule about this project, everyone's head is different. So try to get the shapes right on your head specifically. I assembled the head and left the nose as the last piece to connect. I connected the neck together and made some final detail shaping. To connect my nose to my face, I decided to cut an angle on the edges and glue in a piece of leftover triangular dowel. Then glued on the nose. Now you could just stop here and be done. I honestly really like the shape it already makes. It kinda looks like Red Hood's mask. But I'll take it a step further to clean it up some. I took my Dremel with a sanding bit to round the flat, blocky edges and flatten some of the raised areas. This will also help blend the seams together. I then used a sanding block to smooth the fuzzy texture of the sanded foam. After that, I rubbed some quick seal into the sanded areas and exposed seams. Make sure to really rub it into the foam and get into the tight areas. I then let it dry overnight. Once dry, I did some light wet sanding to really smooth it out. To do this, spray a little bit of water on small areas and then sand over it. Now here it doesn't look smooth, but trust me when I say it feels smooth. I then let it dry some more and spread it with 2 layers of Plastidip. Once dry, I was done. And that is your very own mannequin head made out of foam, custom fit to your liking. Now some of you out there might be asking, well, why use this method when you could do the professional method making a head bust out of plaster? Well, for one thing, this is a DIY show, and this is the cheapest and easiest and quickest method for me to get custom helmets and headwear right now. And yes, if you are willing to do an actual bust out of this foam, you can do that. Just take more tinfoil and cover down to your shoulders. My method of choice, I can practically set this thing down inside of this half of a duct tape dummy that I made before. And if you're wondering why I made this, it was to build this monster. Well, that does it for another episode of Guy's DIYs. You got anything to say? No? Okay. Be sure to stay tuned with the channel. I'm hopefully going to try and get 2 more videos out this month. Be sure to leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought of my build, and maybe if you are going to build this, and maybe what kind of helmets or masks that you would make out of this. Maybe some requests on masks that you want to see me make with this. Be sure to stay tuned, guys. I'll see you in the next video.